Hello everyone, this is Verifel. We'll be playing some EU4. We're going to be doing Spain in this first run, something nice and easy, something that we're going to go fucked with. And we're going to be going for the Colonial Spain mission, or the achievement rather, where you have the 5 colonial nations in South America. So let's do Iron Man, of course. Otherwise the game's just too damn easy. And we might go for the, I think it's Imperio Espanol, or become the Emperor as Spain. Let's see. Now Imperio Espanol is the one we're gunning for, and Spain is the Emperor, is the other one. So at the very beginning, we have truces with Granada, so we can't really focus them. There's no reason to take the mission. So we're going to be doing sort of our papal relations and send a diplomat over to the Pope. Probably won't be allying them as of right now. Let's check out who our rivals are. So Aragon did rival us, but it's just France. So that means that Burgundy would be a strong ally. Be a very strong ally. It's possible we could get them. If we do marry Burgundy, we have a chance of getting the land, which would make becoming the Emperor a whole lot easier. So we're going to do that. We're also going to get a Diplo advisor, hopefully. How much money ranking? Like 5 ducats a month. Let's see. I'm going to do the estates to get some advisors. Minister yearly. Yeah, he's pretty good, especially since we have the gold mine. Getting that monthly inflation down. It's pretty solid. I don't like going much of, I don't like gunning for the 75 influence for the extra 50 points, even though arcing is pretty terrible. It's just, you get screwed over. Like RNGs, it's a 50-50 chance whether you get the, you know, clergy consolidate power event or whatever that drives it over, and then you have to deal with rebels when you clear out the clergy's land to balance out their influence, and it's just a nightmare for 50 points. You know, think of it as spending 50 points to just get rid of that. Anyway, although in this case, could easily do that. Do they have Sevilla? No. All right, so we'll do that. And so yeah, now they're really high up, and we will do Diplo support. It'd be cool if it was scaling. So that, say, if you're 60%, you would get 75 points, 70%, 100 points, whatever. And then it caps out on 150, obviously, so you can't, like, max influence, get 300 points. Clergy, you could do that, and we don't really need either of these guys. Inquisitor might be useful later on, but our missionary strength isn't going to be good enough to convert it. Plus, we'll get events to convert it. Yeah, we'll do that. Chaldeat. We could do grant generalship, which would be really good. We do have a fairly strong general to start with. 223. It's not terrible, especially early game. We'll do diplomat. So let's see, what else do we got? I think we hire this guy. Yearly inflation reduction, that'll really help. For this, you probably want just discipline, even though military is very important early game. Basic, just want a modifier. I'd rather have the modifier than extra points. And relations, trade efficiency, Diplo rep. We probably want to get a level 2 Diplo rep guy. A 15 influence. We are just 5 away from getting the extra 50 mil points, but that's fine. We're getting tons of bonuses from these guys, and level 2, very cheap. We are going to be is going to balance us out in terms of that. But we're going to be keeping our forts. We only have 2. They don't really control the avenues around, so we can't really hide behind them. But I do like having the forts for like rebels if the Spanish Civil War fires, which it shouldn't. But did Burgundy rival France? They did, so we're going to rival France as well. That'll make them very happy. 2040. Generally want to do Morocco. England didn't rival us, that's interesting. Aragon's fine. We do need a fairly strong ally. The question is, well, I guess this is one of those rare times where Burgundy didn't rival us. So it's generally a good idea to attempt to get them to get in their pants. So we have the chance of getting the land. We could just do England immediately, but I think I want to avoid that because I don't want to deal with any wars he has to do. Yeah, it's weird that nobody really rivaled us. In terms of men, we want to be stronger than Aragon. Aragon can field around 20. 21, I think an extra 6,000 cav, that's fine. It is a question whether we want to trim this down to 4,000 cav, because there's no point to having more than 4 unless you have 2 separate armies, because you're not going to have the increased cavalry flanking range. I think we'll keep them because we're kind of a little manpower starved at the beginning, and they will help, especially with our army limit when we're fighting Burgundy. So I think we want to just build up on infantry, maybe like 5 or so. That'll help make Burgundy like us a little bit more. Because we're doing the colonial mission, we're going to be wanting to not focus so much on expansion. I mean, we might take like the bottom half of France and maybe like connect it to our lands if we manage to get them. But we're not going to be going like crazy, like reform Rome. Because that's not in the scope of this playthrough. We just want to do the colonial missions. Anyway, I've been talking way too much. We want to drop maintenance to 33%. We're not really going to be fighting you guys. Move you guys down there. We want to ally Portugal to prevent Aragon from getting. You have to be very considerate with your allies, because you're going to be getting Aragon Naples 9 times out of 10. So that's 2 slots. And you're going to be getting Navarra. That's 3 slots. And so you only really have 1 slot for an ally. And because we're getting to Burgundy's pants, I'm thinking that might be best. They're not going to call us in. We're not going to be going to war for Aragon, but they're not going to be calling us in. Portugal in to fight us anytime soon. They need to appear favors if they want to ally each other. So we are going to, just do that. Ready up. We're going to be taking the first few years a little bit slower because it's important that we get these things going. Burgundy. Do we want to be friends with England? I think we do. Last, I think we just do Morocco. England, get up there. We want to be issuing embargoes on our friends, Mr. France. And we want to be, do you want to ally yet? If we get our Diplo rep up there, you might do it. I think we want to do it naturally though. And what's our last guy? We want to improve relations with Navarra, yes. Alliance offer for Portugal. This does prevent Aragon from immediately declaring on us, because he will. Our only allies... I think we do this temporarily. This prevents Aragon from attacking Navarra. And that's good. I forgot to send out the trade fleet, as I always do. Also to check the merchants. Merchants are pushing to Sophie and collecting in Bordeaux, you dumbass. So the way it works is you never really want to have a merchant collecting in your home node. I'll show you why. So if we collect from trade, so we're in 3.36, and we want to move from Bordeaux. We go to speed 3 as well. So 3.63. Our merchant in there, you're earning 4.15, all right? So what the merchant does is it gives a 10% modifier to our trade, where is it? Yes, to our income, 10% trade efficiency. Let's see, actually. That's just some fee. I wonder if that actually... So it may be worthwhile in some situations to do it because the merchant gives 10% bonus to income. Whereas if you have the merchant pushing from somewhere else, say like Tunis, then that would do a 10% transfer on the trade power. It depends on like having trade power and trade efficiency. I guess having the merchant in there is not too terrible then. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We're not gonna be doing a royal marriage with Portugal. We need to take it slow. Alright, so France is at war. Glad we did not ally England. Don't want to deal with that. If Navarre dies, do we get a union? Yeah, we get a union. I really don't want that to happen. Union of Navarre is just... Ugh. Especially such a small country. You can't annex them for 50 years. You do get a pretty massive chance of inheriting them. But... there's no reason to just not to spend the Diplo points. It looks like Aragon allied France, so we're definitely not going to be attacking him anytime soon. What up, Brittany? Close are you? If we get our armies a little bit stronger, get up to our force limit. Muscovy did the Reconquest War for, but it's not the Claim War, which is interesting. So they're probably not going to take too much land from them. The income is doing outstanding, considering we have 2 level 2 advisors. And our inflation is going down. This gold mine is, you know, not really doing much. That guy kind of pays for himself in terms of inflation, because inflation fucks everything up. Let's build you. Our guys assigned. Good, good, good. Need to keep a very close eye on Burgundy. Yeah, he's going up. Castilian army strength went up. Common rivals +5. If we rivaled England, that would really go very high. We got a Diplo rep. What's our Diplo rep right now? Diplo rep is 0.9. So if we could temporarily get a Diplo rep advisor to increase that. Although, yeah, Burgundian opinion, that will go up and he may flip to friendly. Heavies, we are going to be going to war with Morocco in 3 years, a little under 3 years, so we do not want to be mothballing them just yet. Plus, you kind of want to keep the heavies around. Good to have if you have to fight, say like France or somebody. So France is probably easily, yeah, France is easily going to win this war. They didn't get Savoy, but they got Aragon instead. What's going on over here? Looks like Denmark is also... Denmark is allied with Muscovy. Did they call him in? They definitely called him in. I guess they promised land. That's interesting. Interesting decision, Muscovy. I mean, don't you want all that stuff for yourself? Whatever. Pretty sure you'll need allies to take on Novgorod there, buddy. England wants Conditori. I am not interested in fighting France and Aragon right now. Sorry. I'll keep it on Burgundy. Oh, he will do it. So let's do one more tick. The Revelations. And Burgundy would be an excellent ally. They're very likely not to call us in, especially with the favors they need. Yes, awesome. We will keep Portugal on temporarily. I'm glad I didn't do the royal marriage. Yeah. Burgundy makes a great ally. It's really good for kind of stifling France. Anybody else we want to do? We want to be building claim. I mean, we get missions for Morocco and Grenada. We're not going to be fighting. As colonial Spain, as Spain in general, you don't really want to be taking too much land in Africa just because it's so freaking expensive. In the first war, you kind of only want to be taking these 4 provinces. And maybe later on you go Figueroa to Fallet for that gold mine trade, inland center trade, especially for the Age of Discovery mission control centers of trade. But yeah, it's way too much admin. You want to be blitzkrieging down exploration ideas. So I mean, even that is a little bit too much. You pretty much only want to do it for Portugal. It looks like they allied Tlemcen, so that's going to be a little difficult. So Portugal's not going to be declaring on them anytime soon. So it looks like the war will only be for Granada. Maybe we take Tangiers, although I don't really want to be fighting both these guys. As of those two, still improving relations with the Pope and Navarra. Is Navarra getting influenced by anyone else? We're definitely the highest, so we're going to be getting them first, so we don't have to rush anything. What am I doing? We want I wonder, now there's a theory. If you improve the relations, if you get to a high, like a positive opinion of the burghers, will they raid you? I actually haven't thought of that before, because that is super annoying when they come in. They fucking know that's very nice. That +1 stability, that means that we're going to be getting prosperity. Well, not here because it's fucking the raiders, but yeah, we're going to be getting prosperity because of that event. Very, very nice. Memes are doing meme things. Burgundy is eyeing up Provence. He's probably not going to go to war, especially because Provence managed to ally Aragon. Man, Aragon is really trying to cut off our alliance block with Burgundy. Yeah. Arita want 2,000 men. Mercia. Doyev. Rebuilding some barks, help our trade power. Those things really pay for themselves quickly. I mean, 20 ducats for that extra trade power is so nice. Losing great power status. Who surpassed me? Russia by 4 development. Oka. Maybe not a great power. What a guy. So we're just going to keep trudging them along. We're hoping for either regency on us or on them. Aragon's kid is a 50-year-old, 49-year-old, so if he dies, it's very likely John will die in a regency will form. So if we had gone 75 influence, we'd be screwed right here. As it is, we have room to maneuver, and we get an extra 5% tax because of that. I don't think it's worth going 75 influence. It's just you get screwed over by RNG. Like you're playing way too close to the edge. Like RNG will screw you over. Is Burgundy at war? It's not at war. Siena was annexed by Florence. That is surprising. I wonder why they didn't manage to get into a trade league. Florence is going ham this game. Interesting. Absolutely ham. Hegelian. Alright, so they formed a union. Good for them. We're just waiting for, what, February 88? Yeah. Waiting one more year. We'll take the event once we improve relations with the Pope. Grenada's only our allied with Morocco and Tunis. All we have to do is have boats in Gibraltar and wait like 30 years for the, what do you call it? For the war score to take over enough. And next month we'll be done with the Pope. Good. Navarra is very close. We'll just let it tick up naturally. There's no reason not to. One thing that does prevent, actually Aragon's in a war. But I was gonna say, if Aragon wasn't in this war, one thing that does prevent by rushing the vassal is that he could attack Navarra, and Navarra's only ally is me. And so he would only be fighting me and Navarra, whereas if we vassalize Navarra, if we blitz it, then he would be fighting me and my allies. Alright, so yep. Finish Reconquista. Good, doing that next. Yeah, we definitely want to be vassalizing Navarra before that happens, before we declare the war. That'll be done in probably 4 years. 4 months, sorry. I love Burgundy as a nation. It's a concept. Their ideas are hilarious. They start with really good, like, +1 relations, +10 morale armies. That's pretty damn strong. It's like, this is definitely stronger. Improved relations is one of the most underrated ideas in the game. We're interesting. Ours are better fighting. Ours are slightly better later game. But missionaries are actually being used like a lot. Cruise ships are done. Unprotect Jade and Sophie. Ship. Fine. Plus, if the events where you do get, where you basically you get a benefit for giving a state influence and loyalty, like you can't do those if you hit up to your tier cap. So it's like 50 points, or you miss out on the burger event where you get three production development in all your provinces, or whatever, or like the clergy where you get a shit ton of tax or whatever. Like 50 advent, yes, it's very nice, especially for us because our guys crap. Also, I forgot to embargo people. Anyway, we need to return you. Going to be issuing embargo with France. We need to ramp up our, sorry, not France, Aragon. After Aragon, we need to do Morocco. We need to fund the maintenance. We need to move our fleet over there. To move the trade fleets into there. I'll stifle income slightly. We need to open up the fort there. Morocco, we are embargoing. Good. We will improve relations with, I don't know, England. England's strong. England. Actually, we won't have our guy here. The war instantly. So Granada has a river crossing. Cadiz, Sevilla, Cordoba, Jaén. The only way to avoid the crossing is by going through Gibraltar, which is fine. You generally need a 2-to-1 advantage to stack wipe. So we're going to do 16. That should definitely be enough. We're actually going to drop. That's a fine amount. He's actually coming into Gibraltar. That's hilarious. So at the end of next month, we'll declare the war. Granada, we're gonna need all of them. Moving into there. Alright, do we still have the war? We do not. So Morocco is out of Tlemcen, so we don't want to co-belligerent them. Tunis, probably allied of like the Means or something. Nah, they're just allied of Granada. So we will co-belligerent Tunis, because why not? And we want to take Gibraltar, because that's the war goal. Best war goal. Moving in, moving in, moving in. Yeah, right. Let's come on. We pop some good. There we go. Alright. So we're going to drop a siege off there. Get that nice and quick. Actually gotta guarantee you that that guy doesn't lose men near the end of the month. Like so. We captured a ship. Oh, nice. We captured a trade ship. That's really nice for us. We're going to consolidate and repair damage and move the trade fleet back in there. Morocco's 3 heavies. Okay, we're gonna need to build another heavy. When did they get 3 heavies? We're gonna need to. Damn. We can't afford to revoke a province in the burghers. Villa Murcia, Burgos are all pretty good. What can you be at? 0%. Let's decrease your loyalty. That's good. We'll do that. Sorry, burgers. And we will get the admiralship. And we will, oh man, that's a good admiral. Good freaking admiral. 3-9, 3-6. We have to worry about the Tunisians. I forgot to do Manora. Wait, we can still do it during a war? We can vassalize during a war? I didn't realize that. Interesting. Burgundy, we need to keep improving. Get you nice and buttered up. And our last guy, I don't know. Fabricate claim somewhere maybe. We could just do the missions for these guys, so it doesn't really matter. Anywhere else, it doesn't matter too much. Just here. Just build a spy network that'll increase our siege ability slightly. Pope is done. I think we want to be on friendly terms with the Ottomans. Oh, that's not nice. I guess we're gonna lose our stab. Oh well. Glad we got that event beforehand. Net loss of 0. Port maintenance, we can drop these guys because we don't need them. Yeah, Tunis came over here. He has 3 galleys, so we definitely want to be fighting like in here. And he does this stupid shit with like, oh, I can siege up your provinces with just 5 boats. How much damage do we take? We could. Let's go in and fight them. Like the Tunisians on their own turf. The Mediterranean. Probably gonna take some losses here. No? Alright, this guy's pretty good. We're gonna move back to Cadiz. Burgundy died. Isabelle de Vie. Why the hell is the Portuguese? What? Okay. But we just need a royal marriage. We don't need to have them ask it of us. So we will re-royal marriage them. And these guys, let's just wait for them to be. Yeah, no. Just do fair damage. Send out the rest except for the trade cogs. Go back in. Except having your fleet out. If they're having your entire fleet out, it'll drain your sailors per month, which is actually important. Naval manpower is pretty important. Just gotta go back and for relations. Honestly, we don't even need to have our armies at full maintenance. Do like 75% maintenance because they can't cross. Is Portugal giving? Yeah, Portugal isn't even giving access. Lost the effects of the Crusade. What do you mean we lost the effects of the Crusade? We're at war with Tunis. We're at war with Tunis. We co-belligerented them. What the fuck? I didn't realize it was a crusade. Interesting. Did that actually get rid of it? Or is that just a glitch? No? Alright. Alright, game. Milk power. Yeah, I mean, that'll help work our siege, having a tactics advantage. Anyway, we're past kind of the limit, so thank you guys for watching. We'll return just a little bit. Hopefully finish up our war with Granada and Morocco, threateningly, menacingly. And we'll see you then. Have a good night.